So week 4 is a pretty big week for us. We are going to be getting into database design, and we're going to start working on our final project. So the first thing you're going to do is read through chapter 8 in the book, and you're going to go through the lecture demo. It's pretty short, and the chapter is also pretty short. These data types that are in SQL Server are data types that you saw back in the chapter 2 assignment when I had you looking at the columns in the various tables. This will give you background information on what all of those different data types actually mean. And there are some interactive assignments or exercises that you can go to while you're reading through this. And I encourage you to do that because it will help you understand the material better. At the very bottom, there are a couple of exercises from the end of this chapter that you can go through and practice if you want to. I'm not requiring that you do this. It's optional. If you feel like you want to give it a try, go ahead. After you finish chapter 8, you are going to go through chapter 10. And chapter 10 gets into the actual design of databases. And we go through the different normalization steps. So this has got a lot of information, and so does your book. I put a lot of examples in here, hopefully to help you understand the whole process better. But the process of normalization is one that you are going to understand best when you actually go through and do it. So once you get through reading this, and there are some interactive exercises in here as well, so when you see those interactive links, you can click on them. Once you finish this, you're going to complete the textbook assignment. What you learn in this assignment is going to be applied to the first milestone of your final project. So in this assignment, you're going to learn how to create an ER diagram, and I basically walk you through the process for a couple of the exercises at the end of the chapter. And I did create a video for you to watch, and I basically walk you through how to create the diagram using Word. Word has a flowchart shapes in the insert ribbon that we use, and it's actually not difficult to create the diagram in Word. So there's really no need for you guys to download any special software for this. So you're going to kind of walk through this, and as we're going through this, we do kind of go through the different normalization steps, and I kind of explain what we're doing here. And I explain it in the video as well. So this basically tells you step by step how to get this ER diagram. Then task 2, there are videos on this as well, but there's a great deal of information and data that's stored in Excel that actually should be in a database. People put it in Excel because they know Excel better and they're more comfortable with it. So what we're going to do is you're going to be downloading this spreadsheet, and it's got all of the data in one sheet. And so what you're going to end up doing is taking that data and creating tables. Okay? And you're going to be going through the normalization process. And you're definitely going to want to watch this video because I walk through the process. I download the spreadsheet, walk you through how to normalize this data. Once you are done normalizing the spreadsheet, you've got all your individual tables, then you're going to do the ER diagram, which basically gives you a graphical map of how the tables are related. And I did a video showing you how to do that as well. Okay. So if we come down here, I did give you an example of what your Excel is going to look like. And I gave you a template that you can use or the ER diagrams. So you're going to want to download that. It's got a lot of the tables are kind of all set up. All you really have to do is do the relationship lines. So that'll make it go a little faster for you. After you get done with this, then you need to turn those in. If you feel like you want to work through another example, I do have a link to another example with a spreadsheet you can download. There is no video on this one, okay? And this is optional. You don't have to do this. But if you would like to, you can download the spreadsheet, and then I do have a key here so that you can kind of compare what you did against the answer key. Okay? And this is totally optional. You do not have to do it. This is not an assignment, okay? So the assignment, the textbook assignment, is on this page, and you need to turn in these items. Now, once you finish with that, you are going to start working on your final project. And so you have to come up with an idea for a database, and you're going to be working with your database for the rest of the semester. So I suggest doing it on a hobby, or maybe you're going to start your own business. Do something that you're really interested in, because then it'll be kind of fun and it won't be like work. I did give you some generic, tables that you can kind of look at for ideas. Okay, and I actually walked you through how to go through this process. And what I did was I kind of created a fictional business that actually I'd really like to pursue someday in the future, because I do a lot of digital artwork and photography. So I actually kind of walk you through how to create this, and I normalized my tables. And so the video shows you how, and then if you actually wanted to see the spreadsheet that I created, you can download it. I also did a video then how I took my fictional business spreadsheet and mapped it out to an ER diagram. So I've got a video on that, and I'm also giving you the ER diagram to look at as well. Okay, so make sure you watch those videos. I think they will help you. And as I mentioned in my little note at the top of this block, I don't expect you guys to do this perfectly. In fact, I expect that these tables are going to need to be modified. And so I will either need to meet with you in person, meet with you in Zoom, or I can even record and send you the video on how you need to modify these tables. But it is crucial that we get the tables correct before you move on to the next phase of the final project. The next phase is creating those tables in SQL. And if those tables are not set up correctly, you will have a nightmare for the rest of the semester. And we don't want that. We want you guys to have fun. So I will help each and every one of you with your database and your tables to ensure that we get those set up correctly. Okay, so I do need you to turn something in. So I have to have something to work with. And if you're totally stumped for ideas, stop by my office, come into my online office hours on Sunday night, okay, or email me and we can set up a different time to meet. I'm willing to help you come up with ideas and develop your database. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. And as far as this final project goes, there is the scoring rubric down here, and this is what you are going to be graded on. Okay, and we have several phases of this final project. It's worth a ton of points in this class. So this is our first phase, and we need to get it right. Okay, so having said all of that, please let me know if you need help. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me. I'm online all the time. The only time I'm not available is when I'm teaching. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to working with you on this.